day I read that Baba's book, Aham, I am in you. He says, I am in every being. That is what? He is in every being. The God is residing. The divine energy is residing. If you want to see him in that form, in that form. If you want to see him as a Krishna, in Krishna. If you want to see him as a Shiva, as Shiva. If you want to see him as just as a stone, as a stone. Whatever way you want. But he is there in every one of our intelligence. We don't trust him. We don't trust our intelligence. We just want to have that for the horses. They will put tunnel vision in India. Have you seen? Here also they put. Here also they put. We continuously put that. You see, one by one, we put so much. Finally, we forget that we have closed the eyes of us. The eyes itself are closed. So
Swami, you just talked about God being present in every being. Sometime during the day, you talked about ahimsa and we've had personal conflicts about meat eating, vegetables, and having to break that.
One thing, don't understand ahimsa as you understand. I'll sit and see. There are two things to be understood: social conscience and individual conscience. The meat eating is not ahimsa, is social conscience. There are countries where you can't get anything except meat. What will you do that? In India, you can't imagine an enlightened man drinking wine. But Bible says Jesus drank wine. You see, social conscience is different, individual conscience is different. So if you just understand the social conscience, you will understand what is morality, what is immorality. Then you will not have any conflicts between you and the social conscience. You see, you are taught the meat eating is not ahimsa in India. Not here. Am I right? You are taught there. That their atmosphere, they grow enough of food. The atmosphere is totally different. The lifestyle is totally different. And their heat, temperature. For that temperature, if you eat vegetarian food, that is enough. But here temperature is different, lifestyle is different, your stress is different, you need to work a lot. There are so many things. Of course, it's not that I am encouraging the non-vegetarianism. That is different. But when it comes to the way of life, there are a lot of things which you cannot, forego.
But it does affect your thoughts, right? They say rajasic and all that, the food.
One thing, the main thing, if I say it affects your thought, then you will be in guilt. If I say it doesn't affect your thought, then you will take it for granted. When I say, don't bother whether it affects or not affects your thoughts. Both the ways you will torture yourself. Don't bother whether it affects your thought or it is not affecting your thought. Whenever you feel you can avoid. Whenever you feel you can't avoid, relax and enjoy. Over. Relax and release. Otherwise, both the way you will be having a guilt. You understand what I mean? See, drop the guilt is the main teaching. Dropping the guilt, you will be completely centered. When you are centered, even if you eat, you will not be disturbed. If you don't eat also, you will not be disturbed. I wanted you to come to the state where you will not be disturbed by the social conscience. You understand? Where you will follow the individual conscience. You see, when you are centered, when you are the schizophrenic state disappears, you will see always you will follow the individual conscience. But socially you won't follow the social conscience. So, first thing, to follow the individual conscience, not to be bothered about social conscience, drop the guilt. Whatever you do, even if you are doing something great mistake in the society's eyes, just drop out of the guilt. See, our mind works like that. First, you do a small mistake, then guilt comes. The guilt makes the mistake in a very deep, as a deep layer in our mind. If you smoke once, even the smoking is not a very big thing, but the guilt that you have smoked will not allow you to forget smoking. the smoking will become deep, it will enter into the deep layer of your being. Then you will again smoke, then again guilt, the deep, again the next layer. You go to the deepest layer. Your smoking is printed. Either you should come out of the smoking or you should come out of the guilt. Coming out of the smoking has become impossible because of the deepest recording things. But you can always come out of the guilt. Because guilt is simply made by you. So just drop out of the guilt. You will see a tremendous energy centering will happen. Guilt is what makes our life hell. There is no other hell except guilt in the world. Many people ask me, Swamiji, where is heaven? Where is hell? I tell them, it is not geographical. It is not geographical, it is psychological. You carry your heaven or your hell. Not that it is there somewhere and you go and enter into it. No. You carry it. Liars always carry it on their head.
You told about being inside us, God is present in us, and then we get, when I want to do something, I get too many voices. Do this, and other voices, don't do that. And which one is God's voice in that?
Now one thing, you have heard too many voices from the young age. When you wanted to put the ice cream in your mouth, your mother told, hey, don't, you will get cold. When you wanted to bunk the class one day and want to relax, your father told, no, don't do, go to the class. When you want to relax, another teacher told, hey, attend the class. There are so many voices. Aloneness, I told you now that 1 hour of aloneness will kill you the social voices in your being. Actually, we keep ourselves continuously engaged. We don't want to listen to all these voices. Thousands of people speak inside. We don't want to listen to all the fellows. So we just take up a book and at least listen to the book. You see, we are tortured by so many people. We just escape from ourselves and catch hold of the book. That is what happens. So if you know, allow them to talk once in a while for 1 hour. Let them give a discourse to you continuously. Let them give enough of advice. See, advice is actually free, after all free of cost. So everybody wants to give it to others. So allow them once in a while, as I told you, sit on the bank of a swimming pool or sit under the bank under the tree. Allow them to give the discourse to you. They will be tired by themselves after speaking once or twice.
That's not the voice of conscience.
Don't bother. Whatever dies is not your conscience. You see, this is the scale. Whatever will die by this 1 hour or 2 hours sitting is social conscience. Whatever is not dying is individual conscience. Whatever will die, let it die as early as possible. Whatever will not die, let it survive in you. That's all. What I say is a very bold thing. If you can just understand, you will see a tremendous integrity in your system. You will see, unprecedented, you would have never felt that joy and integrity in your being. Once you allow all these people to talk enough, and when they are tired, you say, after all, how long can they talk? Few minutes or few times they will shout here and there, you will listen voice here and there. Once you know that their voices are slowly getting reduced, the volume is getting reduced, at least sit within some 10 sitting, at least once in a week you sit. Within 10 sitting you will feel at least 70% of your voices are dead. I can assure 70%. Please be very clear. If you are now listening 100 voices, within 10 sitting you will see at least 70 voices will be dead. Then naturally when it is done, you will be able to very clearly recognize, understand what is your individual conscience, what is social conscience. If you follow the social conscience, be sure you are going to end up in neurosis. Nothing else. Except madness, nothing else is going to be a gift from society. If you follow your own thing, your own nature, you will see, you just flower like a beautiful bee. You see, when you are integrated, and there is a beautiful story from Zen Buddhism. There used to be a great enlightened master. He had a naughty disciple. That fellow used to imitate master. Whenever the master is not there in the seat, You will stand behind the seat and show us how the master shows. All the body languages of the master. He used to imitate. One day, suddenly the master has observed this fellow imitating. The Zen master used to have a sword. He just removed his sword and cut his hand. Cut the hand of the disciple. But the disciple is so much he has got so much of trust and devotion to the master. When the hand fell from his hand, when the fingers fell from his hand, he was just seeing, whatever my master does will be only good for me. I don't know how you will understand, he became enlightened. That moment he became enlightened. Then after the enlightenment, somebody asked him, already he has become enlightened, but he has lost the hand, what to say? Then master replies further, to become enlightened, people spend lives after lives. One hand is nothing wrong, it is worth giving. See, whatever master does, whatever a man with conscience, a man with integrity does, it will end up only in good. Whatever ordinary person does, even if he spends 100 crore and does a big charity work, you will see it will end up only in his name and fame. So if the integrity has happened in you, you are God. If that has not happened in you, whatever dana you do, whatever great work you do, whatever good thing you do, it will only end up in something of your own. Never the real good or the real greatness. So the first value is meditation. First and foremost value in your life is integrating yourself. When somebody went to have sannyas from Buddha, Buddha told, go and kill your father, mother and come. The man was not able to understand. Then Buddha explains, it is not that I am telling you to go and physically kill them. Kill the voices of your father, mother in your mind. Come back. The social conscience. So if the social conscience is dropped, you will see that tremendous integrity arises in you. When the tremendous integrity arises in you, people whom you are hating, you will start loving them for no reason. When you forgive yourself, you will know how to forgive the other. If you can't forgive yourself, how can you forgive the other? First thing, when Jesus says, love your neighbor as you love thyself, but we don't love ourselves, how will we love our neighbor? Just understand, how will we love our neighbor? So everything is, first it should start from you. First remove the guilt from you. Remove the voices which disintegrates you completely, which completely shakes you. Every moment, as I told you yesterday, we were continuously running in the certificate. That is the reason we respond to all the voices. If one tune is, we are listening one tune here, you just put a few steps for that tune. And suddenly you listen another tune here, you will just go and put a few steps for that tune. And from here you are listening one more tune, then just you jump there and two, three steps. Then behind one tune, you just go there and do 2-3 steps. You try to dance for every tunes. You try to act for every voices. How can it be a dance of your being? It can never be. It will only be a slavery. A polished psychological slavery. So, when you sit like this, allow the mind to do as it wants. You see, why you are not allowing your mind? The society has taught you, it has taught you, this is a criminal thought. You should not allow this thought in your mind. This sin. You should not allow this sin to happen in your mind. All these types of restrictions have been given to you. Just 1 hour, have a holiday. You see, we don't know what is holiday. Even our holidays are so organized. Sometimes it is more tiring than the working days. Holiday means what I say is holiday. Sit 1 hour, sit or a few hours, don't even have that watch that 1 hour. Sit by yourself and allow your mind to do as it wants to do. Go with the drifting thoughts. Only then you will understand what is holiday. Till that time, your holidays are nothing but appointment with your office is working day. Appointment with the club is holiday, that's all. but you will be running the same way. Nothing, no other difference. No difference will be there. Appointment with the office means working day. Appointment with your friend, holiday, that's all. Nothing else will be there. With the same tension, with the same conscience, with the same mind, with the same loaded heaviness in your heart, with the same everything. Inside, you will never have any holiday unless you know how to drop from these vices. Don't be too perfectionist one. Of course, next session is about that. Now itself I have told so much about the... There is no such thing, perfectionism exists in the world. Only one thing exists, that is totality. Even if you do something, so-called mistake of the society, do it perfectly over. There is no other way. There is no other chance. So, the totality is the only thing, never perfection.